Hello, glad to have you here. And I today I'm going to talk about almost said my name is don't want to do that. How to find the business company that is going to be a really good fit for you without being sorry later. And I have three proven tips. Now, I've got notes here. I'm using my phone. I got a notepad here. I've got my other screen. So when you see me looking off, that'll be me just refreshing and making sure that I stay on track. I want to not take up your time today. I want to be very responsible for your time and to be able to share something that's going to be helpful to you. And so I'm going to go on and first of all, let me just when we're talking about what company, and I had to put in business building companies because the platform that I'm on doesn't allow me to use, and I'll say network marketer. Okay. And just so you know, that is what I'm talking about. Those people that are, going around having to bug family and friends, chase strangers, and do things that, even online that are just not really tolerable for them and wasn't tolerable for me. So, but it has such a negative attached to that name that we cannot use it on this platform. So I just took a risk by opening and saying, yes, that is what I'm talking about today. But I want to give you some tips on how to make sure that it's a good fit for you. And let me go on and introduce myself before I start talking because I will forget to introduce myself and do it at the end, and that's not good. So, my name is Cherie Woodard, and I help business builders, network marketers, uh, that's what business builders are, as well as entrepreneurs to be able to come online, use social media to get prospects, leads, and sales in their business. And I do that in a variety of ways. I use the way of teaching you how to attract to you those people that you want to help. I use, uh, and I'm trying to get my little spiel back, but I'm changing some of it, so I'm kind of thrown off a little bit. So pardon me, but this is live video. So I used to say lead generation, but then I started thinking, would I have known what that was? If I was out there and I was looking for something, I would have no idea what lead generation is. And that's finding the people that you want to talk to, the people that need your help, the people that you want to help because you know what it's like and where they've been. As well as video, live video is really important. So I also do that and help you to learn how to do that. And the simplicity of it is awesome, and then it can get more, a little bit more deep as we get into it, but initially all you need is certain things. And so those are the things that I do. I bring also strategies and tips that are updated and modern and trending. So that's what I do. So basically, you understand who it is that I'm talking to, those people that I want to help, the people that are like me that started out in this arena, the industry that we're in. And the other thing is that I'm going to leave a gift for you on the video when it's downloaded in the comment section. That's the two top anti-salesy posts that attract. So can you imagine something that's not salesy and it actually attracts people to you, to it? And by attracting, people to it, you're sharing it. So, you're attracting the people that you really want to help. So that's it. Just in case I forget to say that at the end. So now let's go on and talk about what what's happening when we're choosing the company that we want to be in, that business that we want to be in. I'll tell you my story and I'll make it short. But my story started off after I had adopted my two little boys. I got them each, they're about 5 years apart. And so when I started out, as as just single and no children, I had gotten to where I gotten pretty comfortable. I was doing pretty good. I was working as a registered nurse and so on. And then I wanted children. I always have wanted children. So I got my two kids and, then figured, okay, two is good enough. I wanted, believe it or not, I wanted like four. And oh my gosh, I dodged a bullet. But I do love my two boys. And so I wanted to give them the things that they wanted, not everything, but the things that they really wanted, as well as the things that they needed. And I wanted to be the mom that I felt and prayed about being a good mom to them, being the mom that they needed. And so as I'm doing this, and money's getting a little tight, right? Because kids are expensive. Who knew? I grew up in the projects and poor, so I had no idea. And so, I one day a nurse that I worked with and knew, fairly, oh, I mean, we were okay. We were friends. And I met her when I started working in the operating room. And so she had talked to me about this company. And I thought, okay, well, that'll be good to have some money coming in, extra money coming in, then things won't be so tight. And so I just, she talked to me about the company. She told me what it was a little bit about. And then she took me to a meeting. And so I'm listening to this meeting and I'm like totally naive. I have no idea. And I am just going, okay. And and I truly bought it, right? When they said, this is something that can make you rich beyond your wildest dreams, no worries, such and such. Yeah, I took it hook, line, and sinker. And so I end up getting involved, not so much financially. I didn't have to, it wasn't a big financial, for you to come in, which was good. And that's probably why I went for it as well. And then as we are having meetings and they're still trying to get, people in, and I'm not really having much luck with that. I'm not really having people following me to the leader and jumping right in. So as one day I was at home and I work, nurses, we work all shifts, but I was working day, evening, or something like that. And so I happened to be at home and I was looking at the news and I saw something about the company and something about court and arrests. And I was like shocked. I mean, I was like, are uh, uh, basically. And so then I called my friend and talked to her. And oh my gosh. So this story's taken hopefully not longer than I planned. But anyway, so I was just flabbergasted. I was just, my mind was blown. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm glad that I wasn't like hip deep in this company, because it was, and the other thing was, it was something brand new, and what have you. So things didn't really turn out well, like I said, with arrests and court dates for the leaders and that kind of thing. And then but there was nothing, no, nothing came my way because I hadn't really gotten anything. I hadn't really earned anything. I hadn't really had anybody join. So I dodged a bullet with that. So I really I was kind of frustrated with it, but thankful and very grateful that I was not going to jail or something like that. I was like, oh my goodness, it was a scheme. Oh man, it was anyway. So hence, this is one of the things that I thought about that I did in my early days. And I wanted to just share with you what I figured out and what and there's a lot more to this as far as things you need to look for. But I just want to share these three tips today just to give you something to look to just start to think about. So, number one, I have you want to check the company out. And when I say check the company out, you can say research the company, check them out, take a look, see what's going on. Look, and find as much information as you can about the company. You want to know how long have they been in business? How long have they been in business just for like maybe a year? Is it brand new? Is it an old company that, there's no room for growth? There's no room for, you to be able to spread your wings. And then you'll be looking for another company again, just something like things like that. Is the company solid? And there's a lot of, we have so much information on the internet. And of course, there's going to be some things that are going to talk about any company and make it bad. But there's also a lot of information that you can find to help you to decide if this is the company for you. And that's what's the most important about this. So when you are looking at a company, you want to check it out. You really want to find out, about the management team. That's important. Check and see if any of them are, pending lawsuits. Check and see if the company has any pending lawsuits. Just things like that. So that's number one. And these are not in any particular order, but everywhere I researched and went back and looked at some of my notes from before, and checking out the company was listed as number one, and pretty much everything that I have. And then number two, you want to check out the products and services. Now, some people, I've read, I've heard, I've listened, about be passionate about a product or service. Um, you may not develop that. You may not have that right away. You may like something because maybe you've used it, or maybe you know somebody that's used it or a product and it's really working for them. And so then it makes you curious, and so you want to try it or something like that. Whatever it is, you want to make sure you do your research, check it out. If you can learn what something is made of, that always helps. You want to make sure that it does what it says it does, the products, if you're doing that. You want to make sure that the services that are offered do what they say they're going to do. You don't want to get involved in something that you haven't really had the time to check out, as far as like, are they truly doing what they say and not let's see here, I'm looking at, oh, okay, this other thing, I've got notes everywhere. So pricing, are they overpriced? Is it worth the price? And nowadays, from what I understand and from people that I know, that I talk to, leaders that I listen to, is that most companies nowadays, and this is just not to say, take to heart and say, okay, so most of the companies should be good. No, but I would think, from what I've heard about certain companies and what their products and services are, that they really are honing in on them and making sure that they are, comparable to other companies out here. So there's a lot of good stuff out here, product wise. There's a lot of good stuff out here, service wise. You just have to be able to make the distinction on what's going to work for you, what's going to be a good fit for you. So you want to be sure to check out the products. you want to check out the, if you can check out, like I said, the ingredients, as far as like there's some things you want to look up, like if it's something that's not supposed to be loaded with sugar, but it has something else that's just as bad as sugar, you know what I mean? Then you don't want to really, because we all know that sugar is now bad for us, and probably has been bad, but I'm still can't help it. I got a sweet tooth, but I don't eat sweet stuff all the time. But anyway, so you want to be able to make sure you want to check out your products. And then the other thing, and I know some people that will put this first or second at least, is a compensation plan. Is it a good compensation plan in that it's easily understood? It's simple for you to be able to take somebody and be able to explain it to them. It's or is it, a lot of gobbledygook and a lot of, stair ladder here, and you can't get here unless this person does that, and you have to be uh you know where you're constantly not getting what you want. You can't step up, because you've got to wait for this person to get to a certain rank before you can get to a certain rank. So, you want to be able to check out that compensation plan. You want to check out how you're going to get paid. Uh, what's like the pay for a year? What is that like? What is it like on a monthly basis? For most of their people that are average or above average, or whatever is important to you, you want to be able to check those things out. Oh, time is fleeting. So you want to make sure to cover these things and more, but these are the three things that I wanted to bring out to you today for you to just be able to check these things out, check these and make sure that you have a clear understanding when you go looking for a company that trying to figure out it's going to be a good fit for you, or if it's something that you're not sure about and you might be sorry for later, it might be better to stop, not go into something that you might be sorry for later. Check things out, make sure, because I'm telling you, that first one really threw me. Finding out that it was a pyramid scheme and I was a part of it. So, but there are so many others out there that are not pyramid schemes. And pyramids are actually what most organizations are made of. They have a head and then they kind of branch out like that. That's the way it was when I was at the hospital. I mean, I was one of those that was down here somewhere, but you had the CEO and the VPs and the whoever's. But just so you know, so I hope this information was helpful for you. I hope that it gives you something to think about. I hope that you'll take the time to do some research on whatever it is that you want to do, that you want to get involved in. Because if you and your family, or you might be single, whatever, you still want to do what's going to be a good fit for you. If you're single, what's going to be a good fit for you and your family. If you're not, if you have a family and you want to take good care of them. So any questions or comments? I keep forgetting to to ask that in between as I'm talking. But as I continue to learn and grow in doing my videos and get better at it, you can only get better the more you go live. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. So, but I am going only 3 days a week, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And so basically that is it. I will put the information on the video that I talked to you about earlier, the free gift, and so that you can check it out. And that is about it. So I'm still not seeing any questions or comments. Remember, you catch this on the replay, whether you're able to hear it, but you can't write down notes or you can't put down comments, put them in and I will still answer you later. And basically, that is all I have for today. I will see you tomorrow. I'm trying to think. Hopefully, just keep your notifications on so you know when I'm going live. just in case I get thrown off. Like today, I had a meeting which threw me late to coming and doing my live. So take care. Talk soon. Another topic tomorrow, or I could go into a little bit deeper. Maybe I'll check out a few more things about this just to give you something else to be able to hold on to as far as figuring out what company is going to be a good fit for you. Talk soon. Bye now.